10 most powerful women in contemporary Africa. Number 10. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie is a renowned Nigerian writer and feminist. Her novels, essays, and TED Talks have had a significant impact on discussions of gender, race, and identity. She is undeniably one of the most powerful and influential women in Africa today. Her literary prowess, advocacy for gender equality, and fearless pursuit of truth have not only earned her international acclaim, but have also made her a beacon of inspiration for countless individuals, particularly women, across African continent and beyond. Adichie's rise to prominence began with her exceptional literary talent. Her novels, including Purple Hibiscus, Half of a Yellow Sun, and Americana, have received a critical acclaim worldwide. These works not only explore complex themes related to identity, colonialism, and post-colonialism, but also depicts the realities of life in Africa and depth and nuance. Adichie's ability to weave intricate narratives and compelling characters has earned her a place among Africa's literary giants. Her novel, Half of a Yellow Sun, which vividly portrays the Nigerian Civil War, is particularly significant. It not only sheds light on a pivotal moment in African history, but also emphasizes the importance of storytelling in preserving cultural memory. Through her literary contributions, Adichie has not only enriched African literature, but has also changed stereotypes and misconceptions about Africa in the global literary landscape. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie is an outspoken feminist who had championed gender equality not only in Africa but on a global scale. Her renowned essay, We Shall All Be Feminist, and its adaptation into a TED Talk and a short book have brought the feminist movement to the forefront of public discourse. Adichie's compelling arguments and eloquent articulations have made feminism accessible to a broad audience, sparking vital conversations about gender roles and equality. In a continent where gender disparities persist, Adichie's advocacy has resonated with many African women, inspiring them to challenge the status quo and demand equal rights and opportunities. She has consistently used her platform to highlight the importance of dismantling patriarchal norms and has made a symbol of empowerment for countless African women striving to break free from societal constraints. Adichie is not afraid to speak out on a critical social and political issue in Africa. She has used her influence to address topics such as corruption, political instability, and human rights abuses in her native Nigeria and across the continent. Her activism is a testament to her commitment to holding those power in accountable and advocating for positive change. Through her writing and public appearances, Adichie has raised awareness about the challenges facing African societies. Her ability to convey the complexity of these issues without losing sight of the human element has made her a trusted voice in discussions about Africa's future. Her fearless critique of power structures has earned her respect and admiration, positioning her as a powerful agent of social change. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's remarkable journey from a young Nigerian writer to one of the most powerful women in Africa is a testament of her talent, advocacy, and fearless spirit. Her literary brilliance, feminist advocacy, and unwavering commitment to addressing social issues have propelled her to a position of prominence and influence on the African continent and beyond. Adichie's impact reaches far beyond her written words. She has become a symbol of empowerment, a champion of gender equality, and a beacon of hope for those striving to make a positive difference in Africa and the world. In a world where powerful voices are needed to bring about change, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie stands as a shining example of the power of literature and activism to transform societies and inspire generations to come. Number 9. Phumzile Mlambo-Ngcuka. Phumzile Mlambo-Ngcuka is a South African politician who served as the deputy president of the country from 2005 to 2008. She subsequently served as the United Nations Under Secretary General and Executive Director of the United Nations Women from August 2013 to August 2021. She has been a tireless advocate for gender equality and women's empowerment, both in South Africa and on the global stage. Phumzile Mlambo-Ngcuka is undeniably one of the most powerful women in Africa, a continent known for its diverse challenges and opportunities. Her illustrious characters in politics, advocacy, and leadership has left an indelible mark on the continent and the world. Phumzile Mlambo-Ngcuka's political journey is a testament to her remarkable leadership ability. As the first woman to hold the position of the deputy president in South African history, this achievement alone reflects her political acumen and her commitment to breaking gender barriers in traditionally male-dominated spheres. During her tenure, Mlambo-Ngcuka played a crucial role in promoting gender equality and women's rights. Her advocacy for women's empowerment extended beyond countries' borders, influencing regional and global policies. Phumzile Mlambo-Ngcuka's dedication to gender equality was evident in her role as the Executive Director of United Nations Women. Under her leadership, UN Women became a global advocate for gender equality and women empowerment, with a strong focus on Africa. Mlambo-Ngcuka has worked tirelessly to address pressing issues such as gender-based violence, economic empowerment, and political representation for women in Africa. Her initiations and programs have had a profound impact on the lives of women and girls across the continent. One of Mlambo-Ngcuka's most significant contributions to Africa is her work in advancing women's economic empowerment. She recognizes that economic independence is a crucial component of gender equality. Through initiatives like the African Women Leadership Fund, she has supported female entrepreneurship and business leadership, fostering economic growth and self-sufficiency. She has also advocated for policies that promote equal pay for equal work and opportunities for women in traditionally male-dominated industries. Her efforts have not only benefited individual women, but has also contributed to the overall economic development of African nations. Leading the He for She campaign. As a powerful role model for women and girls in Africa, Phumzile Mlambo-Ngcuka has inspired countless individuals to pursue their dreams and break through societal barriers. Her story of resilience and achievement serves as a beacon of hope for those who aspire to make a difference in their communities and nations. Number 8. Winnie Byanyima. Winifred Byanyima is a Ugandan aeronautical engineer, political human rights activist, feminist, and diplomat. She is the executive director of the UNAIDS from May 2013 until November 2019. She served as the executive director of Oxfam International. She has served as the director of the gender team in the Bureau for Development Policy at the United Nations Development Programme (UNDP) from 2006. In the realm of contemporary African leadership, new figures have garnered as much respect, admiration, and recognition as Winnie Byanyima. Her remarkable journey from a humble Ugandan upbringing to becoming a global advocate for social justice and gender equality is a testament to her unwavering commitment to empowering marginalized communities. Byanyima's dedication to fostering positive change, her exemplary leadership qualities, and her unrelenting pursuit of justice made her one of the most powerful women in contemporary Africa. Born in a society where opportunities for women were limited, she defied societal expectations and pursued an education with tenacity and determination. She obtained a degree in aeronautical engineering from the University of Manchester in the United Nations, a remarkable achievement considering the underrepresentation of women in STEM fields, especially during that era. Byanyima's journey towards empowerment and leadership began in her home country, Uganda. She actively participated in the struggle for democracy and human rights during the turbulent years of dictatorship in Uganda. Her courage and resilience were evident as she joined forces with political activists and organizations advocating for democratic reforms. Her leadership in those movements played a pivotal role in shaping Uganda's political landscape and challenging the authoritarian regime. One of Byanyima's most significant contributions to contemporary Africa is her tireless advocacy for women equality. She understands that gender inequality is a pervasive issue across the continent, affecting women's access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunities. As the executive director of Oxfam International and a former director of gender and development at the United Nations Development Programme (UNDP), Byanyima has used her influential platform to address the root causes of gender inequality. Through Oxfam, Byanyima has spearheaded numerous initiatives aimed at reducing economic disparities, advocating for women's rights, and amplifying the voices in impoverished communities. Her work has been instrumental in advancing the cause of gender equality not only in Africa but worldwide. Byanyima's influence extends beyond the borders of Africa. Her dedication to social justice has made her a respected figure on the international stage. She has consistently called for a more equitable distribution of wealth and reduction of income inequality and eradication of poverty. Her passionate and eloquent speeches at global forums such as the World Economic Forum in Davos have brought critical issues to the forefront of the international agenda. Byanyima played a vital role in addressing the global humanitarian crisis such as the refugee crisis and the fight against HIV and AIDS. Her work as the United Nations Under-Secretary and Executive Director of the UNAIDS demonstrates her commitment to alleviating the suffering of vulnerable populations worldwide. What really sets Winnie Byanyima apart as one of the most powerful women in contemporary Africa is her unwavering commitment to justice. Throughout her career, she has consistently challenged the status quo and spoken out against corruption, oppressions, and injustice. Her fearless pursuit of a more equitable and just world serves as an inspiration to countless individuals who share her vision. Number 7. Rika Machel. Rika Machel is a Mozambican politician and humanitarian. She is the widow of the former president of Mozambique, Samora Machel, and former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela. She is the only woman in modern history to serve as First Lady of two countries, South Africa and Mozambique. Machel is an international advocate for women's and children's rights and was made an honorary British Dame by Queen Elizabeth II in 1997 for her humanitarian work. She has dedicated her life to promoting children's rights and development in Africa. In the vibrant tapestry of African leadership, Rika Machel shines as one of the most powerful and influential women on the continent. Her life's journey and tireless efforts in various fields, from humanitarian work to education and women's rights advocacy, have made a symbol of strength, resilience, and hope. This essay explores the exceptional qualities and achievements that makes Rika Machel one of the most powerful women in Africa. Machel's early life's experience, coupled with dedication to education, laid the foundation for her future leadership roles and her commitment to improving the lives of Africans through education and empowerment. Her humanitarian work has been instrumental in addressing some of Africa's most pressing challenges. One of the most notable roles was the Minister of Education in Mozambique, where she played a crucial role in rebuilding the education system after the country's long and devastating civil war. Her efforts helped to provide equality education to countless Mozambican children, laying the groundwork for a brighter future for the nation. Machel's association with international organizations like UNICEF and African unions have enabled her to advocate for children's rights and women empowerment on a global scale. Her leadership in these organizations have helped raise awareness and drive positive change in areas such as child health, education, and gender equality. Meghan Markle is a staunch advocate for women's rights in Africa and across the world. She co-founded the Greca Markle's Trust, an organization dedicated to promoting the well-being of women and children and empowering them to reach their full potentials. Through the trust, she has championed initiatives that address issues such as maternal and child health, economic empowerment, and women's leadership. Greca Markle's dedication to advancing women's rights has made her a role model for countless women across Africa. She has consistently used her platform to speak out against gender-based violence, discrimination, and inequalities, driving meaningful change in societies where these issues are prevalent. Greca Markle's leadership and diplomacy skills have earned her respect not only in Africa but also on the global stage. She served as a member of the Elders, a group of global leaders dedicated to promoting peace and human rights. Her wisdom and experience have contributed to conflict resolution efforts in various parts of the world, demonstrating the far-reaching impact of her influence. Number 6. Sami Suluhu Hassan. Sami Suluhu Hassan is a Tanzanian politician who is the 6th president and first female president of Tanzania. Hassan has emerged as one of the most powerful women in Africa. Her journey to prominence has been marked by resilience, leadership, and commitment to driving positive change. Her ascent to the presidency of Tanzania was historic in many ways. Following the sudden death of President John Magufuli, she became the first female president of the country, breaking a significant gender barrier. Her rise to power sent a powerful message about gender equality and women's potential in African politics, inspiring millions across the continent. Hassan's political acumen and experience are undeniable. Before becoming president, she held several key government positions, including the role of vice president. Her long tenure in various government positions provided her with the necessary insight and expertise to navigate the complexities of Tanzanian politics. This experience has made her a shrewd and effective leader, capable of managing the diverse challenges facing her nation. One of Hassan's most significant strengths lies in her commitment to national unity. Tanzania, like many African nations, is home to a diverse range of ethnic and religious groups. Hassan's leadership style emphasizes unity, inclusivity, and tolerance, striving to bridge divides and foster a sense of belonging among all citizens. Her ability to promote cohesion in a country marked by diversity showcases her power as a unifying figure in Africa. Samia Suluhu Hassan's pragmatic approach to governance has won her both domestic and international acclaim. She has pursued policies and prioritized economic growth, development, and social welfare. Her government response to the COVID-19 pandemic, characterized by transparency and evidence-based decision-making, is a testament to her pragmatism and dedication to the well-being of her citizens. As a powerful woman herself, Samia Suluhu Hassan has taken significant steps to advance the cause of women's empowerment in Tanzania. She has appointed women to key government positions, advocated for gender equality, and actively worked to remove barriers that hinder women's participation in various sectors of society. Her commitment to women's rights is emblematic of her power to effect change and inspire women across Africa to pursue leadership roles. Hassan's diplomatic skills has elevated her stature on the international stage. She has engaged in diplomacy that seeks to strengthen Tanzania's relations with its neighbors and global partners. Her efforts to foster cooperation, promote peace, and attract foreign investment reflects her diplomatic prowess, making her a respected figure in Africa and global politics. Number 5. Amina Gurib Fakim. Dr. Bibi Amina Firdaus Gurib Fakim is a Mauritian politician and biodiversity scientist who served as the 6th president of Mauritius from 2015 to 2018. Becoming the first president to hold the office, she is also a biologist and has worked extensively in environmental conservation. In the dynamic landscape of African politics and leadership, Amina Gurib Fakim stands out as one of the most powerful and influential women of her time. Her journey from humble beginnings to becoming the first female president of the Mauritius is a testament to her unwavering commitment, intellect, and dedication to the betterment of her country and the continent as a whole. Born in a small village of Suriname in Mauritius, she faced the challenges of the modest upbringing. However, her insatiable thirst for knowledge and relentless pursuit of education paved the way for her extraordinary ascent to power. She excelled academically, obtaining a bachelor's degree in chemistry from the University of Surrey and a PhD in organic chemistry from the University of Exeter, becoming the first woman from the country to achieve such academic height. Amina Gurib Fakim's journey to power was not limited to her academic achievements alone. Her contributions to the field of science and research are equally impressive. She has established herself as a renowned scientist, publishing numerous research papers and co-authoring several books on biodiversity and medicinal plants. Her work in plant science, especially the study of indigenous plants with medicinal properties, has had a significant impact not only on Mauritius but also on the broader African continent. Beyond her scientific achievement, Gurib Fakim is known for her advocacy of environmental conservation and sustainable development. Her deep-rooted understanding of the importance of preserving the rich biodiversity of Mauritius and Africa as a whole has made her a prominent voice in global discussions on climate change and conservation efforts. Amina Gurib Fakim's journey reached its pinnacle when she assumed the role of president of Mauritius in 2015, becoming the first woman to hold this esteemed office. Her presidency was marked by a dedication to promoting science, innovation, and education as critical components of Mauritius' development. She emphasized the need for scientific research and innovation to drive economic growth and sustainability, showcasing her forward-thinking approach to governance. As president, she was also a vocal advocate for gender equality and women's empowerment, seeking to break down the barriers that hinder women's progress in both politics and society. Her presidency sent a powerful message to young girls across Africa that they could aspire to the highest offices in leadership. Amina Gurib Fakim's influence extends beyond the borders of Mauritius. Her global advocacy for biodiversity conservation, women's rights, and sustainable development has earned her respect and recognition on the international stage. She served as a member of several prestigious international organizations, including the United Nations Sustainable Development Solution Network and the Global Commission of the Economy and Climate. Her leadership has not only transformed Mauritius, but has also inspired women and leaders across the African continent and beyond. Amina Gurib Fakim's story serves as a shining example of the immense potential and power that women can wield in Africa and the world, and her legacy will continue to inspire generations to come. Number 4. Isabel dos Santos. Isabel dos Santos is an Angolan businesswoman, the eldest child of Angolan's former president, José Eduardo dos Santos, who ruled the country as a dictator from 1979 to 2017. Once considered Africa's richest woman according to Forbes magazine, with a net worth exceeding $2 billion. She was dropped from the magazine's list in January 2021 after the freezing of her assets in Angola, Portugal, and Netherlands, based on corruption charges. Nevertheless, her economic power and influences has made her one of the most powerful women in contemporary Africa, often referred to as the Princess of Angola. One of the primary factors contributing to Isabel dos Santos' prominence in Africa is her remarkable entrepreneurial success. She has demonstrated a keen business acumen in various sectors, including telecommunication, finance, energy, and retail. Her most notable investment includes a significant stake in Unitel, Angola's largest mobile phone operator, and a controlling interest in Banco BIC, a leading financial institute in Angola. Isabel dos Santos has used her influence to advocate for gender equality and empower women in Africa. She understands the importance of breaking traditional gender barriers in the business world and has actively promoted opportunities for women entrepreneurs. Dos Santos has spoken at various forums and conferences to highlight the need for greater inclusion of women in leadership roles and has invested in initiatives that support women's economic empowerment. Her effort has helped pave the way for more women to pursue successful careers in business across the continent. Beyond her business pursuits, Isabel dos Santos has made significant contributions to philanthropic endeavors that addresses various social issues in Africa. She has focused on initiatives related to education, healthcare, and community development. Through her foundation, the Isabel dos Santos Foundation has invested in projects aimed at improving access to quality education and health services, particularly in Angola. Her philanthropic work has positively impacted the lives of countless individuals and communities, further solidifying her reputation as a powerful and compassionate figure. Isabel dos Santos' global recognition and influence extends beyond the African continent. She has featured on numerous prestigious lists, including Forbes' list of the world's most powerful women and Forbes' list of Africa's billionaires. Her international prominence has allowed her to network with influential figures in various industries, fostering collaborations that benefit both businesses and her philanthropic initiatives. It is essential to acknowledge that Isabel dos Santos has faced her fair share of challenges and controversies throughout her career. Her rise to power and wealth has been accompanied by allegations of corruption and nepotism, which has raised questions about the sources of her wealth and the ethics of her business practices. Investigations into her financial dealings have tarnished her reputation and triggered legal battles. Number 3. Ngozi Okonjo Iweala. Ngozi Okonjo Iweala is a Nigerian-American economist who has been serving as the Director General of the World Trade Organization since March 2021. Notably, she is the first woman and the first African to lead the World Trade Organization as Director General. She sits on boards of Danone, Standard Chartered Banks, Mandela Institute for Development Studies, Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, Georgetown Institute for Women, Peace and Security, One Campaign, Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization, Rockefeller Foundation, Results for Development, African Risk Capacity, and Earthshot Prize, among others. She also previously sat on the Twitter board of directors. Okonjo Iweala serves Brookings Institution as a non-resident distinguished fellow with the African Growth Initiative in their Global Economic Economic and Development Program. She is a Commissioner Emeritus and co-chair of Global Commission on the Economy and Climate. During her time at the World Bank, she had a 25 years career as a development economist, rising to becoming Managing Director for Operations from 2007 to 2011. Okonjo Iweala was the first Nigerian woman to serve 2 terms as Finance Minister of Nigeria, initially under President Olusegun Obasanjo from 2003 to 2006, and secondly under President Goodluck Jonathan from 2011 to year 2015. Subsequently, from June to August 2006, she served as Minister for Foreign Affairs of Nigeria. In 2006, Euromoney named her Global Finance Minister of the Year. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala's exceptional career leadership and unwavering dedication to economy and social progress has earned her a place of prominence not only in Nigeria but also on the global stage. Her journey to becoming one of Africa's most powerful women began with her outstanding educational achievements. She holds a bachelor's degree in economics from Harvard University and a PhD in regional economics and development from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. Her educational background not only equipped her with a deep understanding of economics, but also laid the foundation for her impressive career in international development. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala's career is a testament to her dedication to improving the economic conditions of not only Africa, but also the entire African continent. In addition to her remarkable professional achievements, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is a sound advocate for gender equality and women's empowerment. She has consistently used her platform to highlight the importance of gender inclusivity in leadership and decision-making processes. Her advocacy inspires countless women across Africa and beyond to pursue careers in traditionally male-dominated fields. One cannot discuss Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala's journey to becoming one of the most powerful women in Africa without acknowledging her resilience in the face of adversity. She has weathered political storms, confronted economic crisis, and faced numerous challenges throughout her career. Her ability to remain steadfast in her pursuit of economic reforms and development demonstrates her unwavering commitment to improving the lives of African citizens. Her legacy extends far beyond her native Nigeria, inspiring a new generation of leaders and paving the way for positive change on the African continent and across the globe. As she continues to shape the national trade policy and advocate for economic progress, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala remains a beacon of hope and progress for Africa and the world. Number 2. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a Liberian politician who served as the 24th president of Liberia from 2006 to 2018, making her not only the first female president of Liberia, but also the first elected female head of state in Africa. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is a remarkable figure in African history and politics. Widely regarded as one of the most powerful women on the continent, her life story is a testament to resilience and leadership and dedication to the public service. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's most prominent role was serving as the president of Liberia, a position she held from 2006 to 2018. Her election as Liberia's first female president marks a historic moment for both the country and the African continent. It shattered gender barriers and paved the way for more women to participate in African politics at the highest level. Her presidency demonstrated the power of women in leadership and the ability to bring about positive change. Liberia has experienced years of civil war and political instability before Ellen Johnson Sirleaf assumed office. Her commitment to peace and reconciliation was evident throughout her presidency. She worked tirelessly to heal the wounds of war and rebuild the nation, focusing on disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration programs for former combatants. Her efforts played a pivotal role in stabilizing Liberia and promoting regional peace. During her time in office, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf implemented various economic reforms that contributed to Liberia's economic growth. She prioritized infrastructure development, attracted foreign investment, and sought to reduce corruption within the government. Her administration also focused on improving education and healthcare, laying the foundation for long-term economic progress. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's leadership and achievements were recognized on the international stage. In 2011, she was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize along with Lema Gobwe and Tawako Kama for their efforts to promote women's rights and peace. This prestigious honor elevated her status as a global symbol of women's empowerment and peace building. Beyond her contribution to Liberia, Ellen Joseph Sirleaf has played a significant role in African leadership and diplomacy. She served as the chairperson of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. She was involved in regional efforts to address political crises and conflicts. Her leadership on African stage further solidifies her influence and power. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's presidency and her rise to power as a woman have left a lasting legacy of empowerment for women across Africa. She inspired countless women to pursue careers in politics, businesses, and other leadership roles. Her success serves as a beacon of hope and a reminder that gender should not be a barrier to achieving the highest level of leadership. Number 1. Amina J Muhammad is a Nigerian-British diplomat and politician. She is currently the Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations and a chair of the United Nations Sustainable Development Group. Prior to occupying this coveted position, she served as Minister of Environment of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, where she steered the country's efforts on climate actions and efforts to promote the natural environment. Ms. Muhammad first joined the United Nations in 2012 as Special Advisor to former Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, with the responsibility for post-2015 development planning. She led the process that resulted in global agreement around the 2013 Agenda for Sustainable Development and the creation of Sustainable Development Goals. Muhammad began her career working on the design of schools and clinics in Nigeria. She served as an advocate focused on increasing access to education and other social services before moving into the public sector, where she rose to the position of advisor to 4 successful presidents on poverty, public sector reform, and sustainable development. Muhammad has been conferred several honorary doctorates and has served as an adjunct professor, lecturing on international development, the recipient of various global awards. Ms. Muhammad has served on numerous international advisory board and panels. Her experience and expertise in diplomacy has played a pivotal role in strengthening Africa's global presence and influence. One of the key reasons behind Amina J Muhammad's prominence in Africa is her distinguished career as an international diplomat. Her experience and expertise in diplomacy has played a pivotal role in strengthening Africa's global presence and influence. Her tenure at the United Nations allowed her to champion African interests on the global stage, advocate for peace, and address issues such as climate change, gender equality, and sustainable development. Amina J Muhammad has been an unwavering advocate for sustainable development in Africa. Her commitment to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals has been instrumental in driving Africans' progress towards economic, social, and environmental sustainability. As the Special Advisor on Post-2015 Development Planning to the UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon, she played a crucial role in shaping the global development agenda. Her efforts have inspired African nations to prioritize sustainable development, reduce poverty, and improve healthcare, education, and infrastructure. One of Amina J Muhammad's most significant contribution to Africa has been her dedication to advancing gender equality and women's empowerment. In her various roles, she has consistently advocated for the inclusion of women in decision-making processes, peace negotiation, and economic development. Amina's leadership has encouraged African countries to take concrete steps towards achieving gender parity in political, economic, and social spheres. Africa faces numerous environmental challenges, from climate change to deforestation and water scarcity. Amina J Muhammad has been a prominent voice in addressing these pressing issues. Her active involvement in climate negotiation and her advocacy for environmental sustainability has helped raise awareness about the impact of climate change on Africa. Through her work, she has encouraged African nations to adopt sustainable practices and mitigate the adverse effect of climate change on the continent. Amina J Muhammad's unique ability to bridge the gap between Africa and the international community has significantly contributed to her status as one of the most powerful women on the continent. Her diplomatic skills and capacity to build alliance has enabled Africa to forge partnership with global stakeholders, including international organizations, governments, and civil societies. The collaborative approach has opened doors for Africa to access resources, expertise, and support that are critical for its development. There you have it, the 10 most powerful women in contemporary Africa. Let us know in the comments who amongst these women has inspired you the most. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay notified anytime we drop a hot new video. You can also check this channel for other videos focusing on important aspects of African history, lifestyle, and culture. We will see you next time. Thank you.